thank you so much for clicking on my video and checking me out. Today I'm going to discuss two big November challenges that I participated in and how well I did with them. So stay tuned. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Kayla and I'm on a personal self-improvement journey, which starts with me losing 169 pounds. There was so many challenges set forth for November and I felt like I have to get in on this because Thanksgiving's coming up and we all know we're going to pig out, or at least I do pig out during Thanksgiving. So I want to try to get on track as quick as possible and get my body in gear so that once Thanksgiving happens, it's okay if I cheat or indulge or however you like to put it. So these challenges that I'm doing for November include Yog-vember, which is brought by No Excuses. I will put her channel down in the description, and basically you just pick a yoga goal and you go forth and do yoga all month. So my goal is going to be doing yoga 3 to 4 times per week, and just like a beginner yoga, because I've done yoga in my past, but I'm not doing it right now. So I want to start off slow and just make sure I get it into my schedule versus like overdo it and burn out. The second challenge I'm going to do is Derek's 25 challenge. Now his challenge is to do numerous different 25 rep or distance or time challenges, but his challenge is pick one or pick all, pick as many as you want, and I'm just gonna go with the 25 squats per day. So for 25 days of November, I'm gonna do 25 squats, and those are all in a row, 25 days. And I started on November 4th, so that means my 25th day will end November 29th. So right before the month ends, which is perfect. And I'll even be doing squats on Thanksgiving when I'm eating that food. I better do it in the morning before I start eating because I know I'm not gonna want to do it afterwards. So stay tuned while I show you guys how my whole month went and if I saw any changes at the end. Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. For those of you that don't know, my name is Kayla and today I'm here to talk about failure. I think that it's something that we all experience, and if we don't, or if you don't, you're probably not human. In particular with being obese, I think there's obviously a lot of failure because nobody chooses to get to this size. And I'm not talking about body positivity activists that are happy where they're at. No, I'm talking about when you first start gaining weight, your intention is not to be a bigger person. Your intention is not to gain weight. Your intention is just to feel better mentally, or maybe it's not even about mentality, but you went the wrong way and that's why you are this size. It's safe to say that we're going to come through failure when we're trying to get away from this size because it was not easy to stay where we were at before we gained weight, obviously, because we gained weight. Why do you hear people say millions of times that they've tried every single diet and nothing works? Because failure is pretty much a given. So today I was going to show you guys my amazing success at my challenges that I had chosen to do for this month, but this month was a failure. And it's not even necessarily that I chose not to do it and I failed. I was actually really excited to get involved and I started doing it. I'll show you my first couple of days here. Alright guys, once I was a couple days in, I was really looking forward to how successful I was going to be. I was actually really excited that I was doing so well. And then I woke up and my back hurt so bad. I think I pinched a nerve or something doing my squats the night before. I felt it because I was just doing them right before bed, and every single one, it was like I could feel a clicking or a popping in my hips and my knees, both of them, like every single time I went down. And I just forced myself to keep doing it because I was like, I just got to get this 25 in, because I told myself I was going to do 25 every day. Well, apparently that was the wrong choice, because I woke up feeling absolutely horrid. I could barely even walk, and I knew that there was no way I was going to be able to continue on this challenge. And I was just super disappointed because I didn't want to give up. I feel like I've tried so many challenges since I started YouTube, and I don't know if I've been successful getting through one of them yet. And I just don't know what the issue is. Like, I thought having a challenge would make it easier, but it really hasn't. Like, I haven't been able to be successful in one challenge for one reason or the other. And anyways, I had to deal with my back, and I knew that there's no way I was going to be able to do anything. I did go ahead and continue to walk, but I took it very light, and I just really did that because I wanted my dog to get out and have some exercise. But being put out of that also made me feel less inclined to stick with the diet plan that I wanted to stick with. And today I tried on some pants that have been fitting pretty good the last couple weeks, and they were so tight. And I realized that although I haven't gone on the scale, I've definitely gained weight. And it's definitely because I haven't been doing good with my diet. And here's the thing, when you're on a diet and then you choose to get off the diet, it's not like you just start slowly gaining weight as you would as in normal life. No, it's like bam, 10 pounds, bam, 15 pounds. That's because your body has already been restricting itself to this lower caloric deficit, and now you're giving it what you had before, and it's like, yeah, pack on those pounds. So this is one reason why things don't work out. This is one reason why diets don't work out, because the second you cheat, or the second you decide to take a break from dieting for a little bit, you pack on a lot of weight. And does that weight come off just as fast as it came on? Hell no. It takes 2 to 3 times as long to get that crap back off. And you don't want to be struggling through that weight again. So you're going to be anxious. I can't fail. I can't cheat. I can't do this, because if I do, all this weight's going to pack back on, and I'm going to have to work at it again. And let me tell you, for the last month or so, I've been fluctuating so much in the same freaking 15 pounds. Up and down and up and down and up and down, because I cannot stay strong and continue to do it. As soon as I lose that weight, then I have some kind of breakthrough or breakdown, whichever one you want to call it, the weight comes back on. I'm like, I need to get back on it because I'm gaining all this weight. The weight comes back off. This is happening in my life and I just need a break. The weight comes back on. It is a circle of endless anxiety and misery. And then you say to yourself that you're a failure because you cheated and you went off the diet and you've gained this weight again. You're such a failure. Why do you continue doing this to yourself? You know what? That's a lot of anxiety. Also, it really puts you down when you're telling yourself how horrible you're doing. And, you know, it's not good for you. But then you think about when I was not dieting and just slowly gaining weight, I wasn't mad at myself for eating bad things. I just ate what I ate. And I wasn't gaining that much weight. It was a slow gain. It wasn't a bam gain. So then you start thinking about how much better things were when you weren't dieting and how much less anxiety there was, because you have to think about, what am I going to eat today? I have to meal prep because if I have to stop for food, it's not going to be healthy. And then you start wondering, why is even the reason why you started dieting? And you constantly conflict with yourself. It's not an easy road. It really isn't, because it's an uphill battle is exactly what it is. You are climbing Mount Everest, and if you decide that you're not ready to climb that mountain this time, you go all the way back down to the beginning and have to go all the way back up. You don't start off from where you left off. This isn't a video game where if you die on level 50, you start back on level 20. No, you start back on level 1, on step 1, on the bottom floor. How exhausting is that to every time you make progress, but then you mess up you lose all that progress. It's so exhausting. It really is. It's just so exhausting. So that's why every diet fails. And I'm not saying that there's successful or not successful diets out there, because there are, but the amount of willpower and strength it takes to lose a significant amount of weight and continue going down that route of doing great and losing that weight, it's an insane amount of willpower, which is why the world's obesity rate has gone up so much, because it's not easy. It really isn't easy. And it doesn't help that on every corner there's something absolutely horrid to eat for a decent price, really quick and really yummy. It doesn't help that healthy foods are harder and harder to get, and it takes way more time to make them. It doesn't help that people bring in food for treats. Like, they think, I'm gonna be the best person at the office if I bring in these sweets, and you constantly get bombarded with donuts and cakes and cupcakes and cookies. And it doesn't help that people these days in society consider food a social interaction, a social activity. Hey, what do you guys want to do this weekend? Let's go out to eat. It doesn't help, because our world is revolved around food. And if you struggle with that, then you are screwed, essentially. You are fighting an uphill battle, and it's not just a battle that you can see the light at the end of the tunnel. No, this battle is probably going to be for the rest of your life. And when you think about it like that, it just seems so overwhelming, and once again adds to that anxiety level. You also stop remembering all the reasons that made you feel so hopeless to get here, because you're feeling hopeless to finish. My back got hurt probably a week into November, and although it's feeling a lot better, I still feel kind of tweaks. And I don't know if I'm ready to get back into an additional exercise. But honestly, I'm just thinking that, like, I know food is the priority, and I know I need to get back there mentally. That's what I need to work on, is mentally getting back into the mentality of dieting and strength and getting out of my current situation. So I suppose that will be my goal for December, is just to, I want things to change in December, but right now I'm not in the mindset for that to happen, so I'll come back on when I feel the inspiration. Hope to talk to you guys soon. Hey guys, it's been a couple days since my last video, and I'm feeling much more optimistic, but I just think it's important that, like, everyone understand in this process you're gonna have so many ups and downs. And downs are particularly hard to take, because it just sucks. Like, you don't want to be down. You want to get to your goal. You don't want it to be hard work, or you don't want it to be hard work and still failure. And it's just gonna happen though. And, like, we have to understand that. And I'm not gonna take this month as defeat, even though I've definitely failed this month. I'm just going to take it as a step in the wrong direction, but at least I have a compass and I know what the right direction is. It's just going to take me a little bit longer to get there, you know? So I decided that I'm going to start doing monthly updates with you guys, and realize that I haven't really been accountable with you guys because I haven't really been open about my weight since the beginning. And I think that's kind of let me slack a little bit, because I don't have to tell you guys when I've gained weight, or I don't have to explain, like, really how bad it is. So I'm gonna start updating you guys a monthly weigh-in so that you guys can see what I'm progressing every month, tell you guys what I did every month, and give you guys goals for the next month so that you guys can keep up to date with me on everything I'm doing. And I'm gonna include every up and down so that you guys could really get an idea of the full progress. So as you know, this month I failed with both of the challenges that I participated in, and I also didn't do great with my diet. But next month I feel good. I feel fresh. I'm gonna start new, but I have decided that I'm going to take a different approach. Instead of just trying to go for losing weight, I'm gonna try to go for feeling good. So I want to, like, feel good about what I'm eating and eat food that I know is gonna make me feel good, and do workouts that are gonna make me feel good or that I'm excited about. And I think that might really help in my motivation to keep going throughout this journey. So I'm gonna show you guys my goals right now. I made a list, So I'm going to continue 6 times a week walking. That's what I've been doing for quite a long time now. I think since probably like February, March, I've been walking 6 times a week. So I'm going to continue doing that. I'm also joining Derek's step challenge in December. So I feel like it'll be a great time to maybe push myself to do more steps, but continue on with that 6 days a week. I'm going to add an additional exercise because I do feel like it's time to like bump up my exercise a little bit, but I want to make sure it's a fun exercise. So I'm really excited about getting into it. So I'm thinking stuff like dancing, yoga, like I'm really gonna decide what do I feel like doing today, and I'm gonna do that. So that I'm actually excited about getting that second workout in. I'm going to continue water usage at like a higher level. I can drink 1 to 2 gallons per day. Like drinking a gallon per day is almost an average for me. Like I drink 3/4 to a gallon every day. So I'm gonna try to up that to closer to 2, but I just wanna make sure that I'm really getting in enough water, and I think that will help with how I'm feeling. I'm going to do intermittent fasting for my diet because I just think that works a lot for me. One, it allows me to not really restrict what I'm eating. So I kind of have the ability to eat everything I want and not feel sacrificed, but it also allows me to have so much more time in the afternoons to do other stuff because I'm not having to cook that dinner, and also can save money because you're not eating as many meals, so on and so forth. But I'm going to add the additional restriction of no dairy because I do know that dairy affects me. I've had like eczema reactions from it. I've had bloating, sickness. I'm pretty sure that's where my joint pain comes from as well. So I think if I cut out dairy, I'm gonna be feeling a lot better physically, which will make me feel a lot better about continuing my diet and continuing exercise. I'm also going to say no takeout because one, takeout is just full of bad stuff. I feel horrible after I eat takeout, and it's expensive. So I need to really work on my financial things next month. Christmas coming up, people do a lot of shopping around this time, and finances go, and I need to make them go up here. So I'm going to start taking a multivitamin daily, and hopefully that will make me feel a lot better as well, or at least make my health levels better. And finally, I'm gonna journal daily because I feel like it's so important to know where you're at and be in tune with how you're feeling and where you're at emotionally. And I really think journaling can help that. So I'm gonna show you guys what I weigh right now, right here. I've already weighed myself, so I already know that it's not great. At the end of last month, I believe I weighed 296. So this is about a 15-pound gain in 1 month, and it is really bad, but you know, we all have our ups and downs. You know, this is just another hill that I put in front of myself, not necessarily, but it's there, and I can't just give up. Like, I'm having to be accountable for my choices, and my choices in November led me to this gain, so I'm gonna have to get over that. But I'm feeling really good about December. I've also brought in my best friend. We're going to tell each other's goals for the month, and we both decided to hold each other accountable. So I have that additional like support there that we're going to talk about, and also the idea of how bad I did in November has really motivated me to get on it because I'm going in the wrong direction really quickly, and if I don't stop it right now, I can end up back where I started, and that's going to be an absolute horrid feeling. I really hope you guys are all doing great on your journeys, and just know that we are all in it together. Even if we can't talk every day, we all are struggling to get to where we want to be, and I know you guys can do it. I know I can do it. We just got to put in the work. I wish everybody luck for December, and if you haven't joined Derek's challenge, Derek's journey, and see if that's something that you're willing to do. If not, just like make a goal for yourself for December and join in that journey to becoming a better person. We don't have to wait for the New Year's to have resolutions. We can make resolutions right now. And you guys saw mine, so you guys can hold me accountable. I'm going to tell you at the end of December how I did with all those goals. So I'll see you guys in my next video.